For two players of their quality, that's just not good enough. What I will say about this LAN is that I do think it was a waste of money. Welcome to the EU review. In this episode, I want to talk about the $1 million Unreal Cup, which ended up being won by Sky and Scroll. I'll talk about all the teams that performed well, as well as some of the duos that did kind of struggle. I'll talk about the Evaluation Cup too, but before any of that, let's discuss the Abu Dhabi Zero Build LAN and why I think it was a waste of money. So if you didn't have a chance to watch the event, it was quite a strange one. It was a zero build reload LAN. Initially it was meant to be a pro-am, so we had some teams that were mixes of content creators and pro players, like Frets and Ken Beans for example. At some point down the line it became not a pro-am and just a normal tournament, which is why the winners were Cammy and Swizzy, very much a pro team. And it was really obvious that these guys were going to win. Basically everyone predicted it, including me in my last video. Kind of an obvious, blatant thing that was going to happen. We know how good Cammy is at LAN. We know that he's a decent zero build player. He's literally won a zero build LAN in the past. Swizzy, of course, an excellent player too. Yeah, that was obvious. No need to analyse that in too much depth. The leaderboard's up on screen if you're curious who placed where, but I'm not going to talk about it too much more. What I will say about this LAN is that I do think it was a waste of money. The fact that we had $750,000 put aside just for this tournament and they used it on a zero build reload LAN with an incredibly imbalanced set of teams and honestly a lack of top creators there as well. It was just a waste of money. The organisation wasn't great either. The casting was interesting too. None of the talent were really Fortnite specific, so they actually did a good job all things considered, considering most of them probably don't even engage with the game at all. But obviously it kind of showed that there wasn't a lot of knowledge about the game on hand. Overall, this tournament was just a disappointment. It could have been something a lot better. Had they just made it a build tournament, had they balanced the teams properly, then yeah, it could have been really good, but just a disappointment. So yeah, congratulations to Cammy and Swizzy. The tournament was at least something different. It was fun to watch. Just, I feel like it had so much more potential to be something better. Now, of course, the main focus of this video is going to be the Unreal Cup. That happened yesterday. But before I talk about that, let's go back to Thursday when we had the Performance Evaluation Cup. Now, we had 4 teams register wins in that tournament. They were Werex and Nosif. This is a French team that I spoke about a little bit in my last video. They came up twice. They've been earning a lot lately. I think they could do well in 2026. Werex obviously played with Akira and Karama in Chapter 6, and whilst at times they did look good, when the pressure was on, they were never really able to perform. With that being said, I do feel like Duos is a great team mode for all of those guys. Akira and Karama have obviously been doing very well. More on them later. They're a great duo. And Werex and Nosif have good potential as well. I definitely think they'll get qualified to some grand finals. Globals might be a bit of a stretch. It's definitely on the cards, but I wouldn't have them on my list as of this point. They are a very solid team though. We also had Trucio and Fozka win a game. This Polish duo has been at the top of the leaderboards for quite a while now. Over the last month, they've been placing really well. I've mentioned them a couple of times in my videos, and it does feel like maybe they are now starting to get a bit more mainstream recognition, the competitive community waking up to how good these guys are. I could 100% see these guys getting qualified to an FNCS Grand Finals this year. We'll have to see how they do in the set lobby tournaments. They have been doing well in the opens and eval formats. Whether or not that translates to the highest level, we'll have to see, but clearly these guys have some great potential. Trucio qualified to the solo series this year, and Fozka looks great too. They're a really exciting duo, and we'll definitely be seeing more from them in the future. We had the CIS team of Gold and Sanya win a game. There really is no shortage of Russian talent at the moment. Guys like Dandapuzo, Howley, the Frizzy, Wheat. There's so many names, even the big ones like Panzer and Malabuka and Swizzy. Really is a country that is producing top talent right now, despite the political situation surrounding it. And the final game winners were Skyjump and Dew. They're a team that come up again later in the video. Very exciting potential with these guys. And coming back to CIS duos one more time, over on NA Central we had an EU team win. That was Craig and Skylight, credit to them. On Friday we had the Bleach Cup, which was a solo cup for a skin, so there was no prize pool. I'm not going to talk about this in too much depth at all, but I will give credit to the winner. That was Chris C on EU, well done to him. The top EU pro on NA Central was Jake Buka, who managed to finish 7th as well, so credit to that pair. Now let's get on to the main part of the video, which is the $1 million Unreal Cup, which of course ended up being won by Sky and Scroll. Now, if you've watched any of my videos in the last week, I actually have spoken about Sky and Scroll at length and how I believe they are genuine contenders to win an FNCS in 2026. And well, they kind of proved that that is the case by winning this whole tournament. Huge credit to them. It was a great performance. The chemistry and understanding that they have together is so impressive. They are very fluid in terms of their roles, in terms of how they play. And yes, they don't have a set philosophy like so many other teams do in terms of hard defined roles, but that's kind of their advantage. The fact that they're so fluid, the fact that they're so adaptable, that is what makes them such a strong trio. They play together as a unit and they're virtually unmatched by any other team on the region. They are just so good together, and we've seen the 2 times that Sky has dropped Scroll this year, but it hasn't really worked out for either of them. It just makes sense for them to play together, and as I said in a recent video, I am going to do a tier list of every EU duo closer to the time of FNCS, and I would be shocked if Sky and Scroll aren't in the top tier for that video. So yeah, maybe it's not the most exciting team on paper, but they are certainly one of the best. Now, the team that came second, only 3 points behind, was Cami and Hari, and these two are another team that I'm very excited about. Cami has obviously had an excellent end to the year, going from splitting with SETI, some underwhelming FNCS performances in the first 2 majors, to then qualifying for Globals in Major 3, actually coming 4th at Globals, which is a great placement, winning via Razorland, coming second in the solo series, and now coming second in this tournament. Cami has had a great few months. And if you know anything about competitive Fortnite, then you should know how good Hari is as well. This guy is insane. Had he not been killed by a cheater in game 1 of the solo series, I do believe he would have won it. He was actually my prediction to win, and in my book he'll probably be the favourite to win the next one. He is a great all-round player. He doesn't really have many weaknesses to his game, and he's someone that I think could establish himself as one of the top players on EU in the coming year. Honestly, I kind of view him as that anyway, but I do think that the community consensus on him will shift, and I think people will view him a lot more favourably. Now let's go down the leaderboard. In 3rd place we had Thomas HD and Focus. This is a team that I feel like doesn't get discussed enough for how good they are. Their placements have been pretty decent. They won a divisional cup in Chapter 6 Season 4. They look very good together. I do think they're going to have a bright year. Definitely they should be qualifying to Globals at the minimum. They look like a good team and no one's really talking about them. In 4th place we had Vanya and Mustache. Now these guys have been pretty quiet during the off season, especially Mustache, who's barely even played the game. But obviously quality still prevails. 4th place, very good from them. This is clearly one of the top teams on the region, I don't even need to tell you that. Really is a favourite to win FNCS. Vanya's IGLing combined with his great fighting skills, and Mustache is just an incredible player. Yeah, they're going to do very well in 2026. I'll speed through the rest of the leaderboard. In 5th place we had Chino and Pablo Wingu. 6th place was Navox and Sampi. Then in 7th we had Hyper and Tiddy. 8th and 9th taken up by 2 teams that have done very well in the Victory Cup formats over the last month or 2. They are Akira and Karama, and Cringe and Volko. And the leaderboard was rounded off by Eclipse and Twy. Now I'm not going to talk about every team that underperformed, but I will discuss a few. We had Chap and Flixie, who dropped a 51 elimination win at one point during the tournament, but only came outside the top 1000, proving that you have to play the format. We also had 2 big teams not even earn money in this tournament, finishing outside the top 2000. One of those was Savage and TaySon, and I think it's time that we see them split. They're clearly not working together. Their placements haven't been anywhere near good enough. They're not qualifying for Victory Cup finals or eval finals, and for 2 players of their quality, that's just not good enough. Clearly they need to find other options. TaySon could go play with Upple. Savage, I'm not too sure. Maybe you could leave a comment below telling me who you think he'd be suited to playing with, because I feel like he's exhausted a lot of his options. Maybe Pink could be a potential play. We'll have to see, but what I think is for sure is that Savage and TaySon can't go on any further. As I'm editing this video, it's just dropped that they have actually split, so this is all confirmed now. Both players will be looking for new teammates. Mongraal and Mixon also narrowly missed out on the top 2000 and thus didn't earn any money. But as I keep saying, these guys, I do think they're a good team. I feel like Mixon is probably the best realistic option Mongraal could get as a duo mate. They've got potential, they'll do well in 2026. I'm not sure they're going to make globals, but I do think they can get qualified to some grand finals. Now let's talk about the other regions. The highest placing EU team on Middle East was Polish and Waitus. Over on NA Central, we had 2 EU teams break into the top 10. One of those was Skyjump and Dew, who came in 6th. These guys are looking good together. Interested to see how they do in the set lobby finals, but in the opens rounds they do seem to be doing quite well. We had Akira and Karama come in 9th. I feel like I don't need to offer any more analysis on how good these guys are because I do it in essentially every video, but yeah, these guys are a top team if you somehow didn't know that already. Veno and Cold actually did play this tournament together. Veno is planning to move to NA next month when he gets his visa sorted, and they did pretty well. 47th place, not too bad considering Veno is still on high ping, and the vibe seems quite good between them as well. I do have doubts as to whether this team will stick in the long term, whether we'll even see them queue up for an FNCS together. But for now, they look like they're having fun, they're playing well, so it's all good. In terms of team updates, we do now know that Blaha and Comeback have split after failing to earn money in the Unreal Cup. Now, it will be interesting to see whether this causes a Polish snakening of sorts. We do see a lot of Polish player roulette, so maybe we'll see some duos split up. I'll keep you updated on that in the next video. That is going to do it for today though. I'll be replying to every single comment on this video, so if you had any thoughts on any of the tournaments I discussed, then please let me know because I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you in the next one.